Welcome everybody to another episode of Film Addicts. I'm Chili.
And I'm Kent.
And tonight's movie we're reviewing is Ed Wood, a Tim Burton film from 1994 starring Johnny Depp, Martin Landau, who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, playing Bela Lugosi. What are your thoughts on this?
So, ton of fun facts in this movie. I think this is the type of movie that makes you want to look into different things. I actually have not seen the original Dracula. Fun fact. I have not seen the original Frankenstein. These are things that you probably didn't even know. Like fun facts such as Plan 9, right? So Misfits, the records. I think what else? There was a couple different things that got me looking into stuff like
Elvira
and
Vampire.
The versus how she apparently because I know you want to pay attention to the movie the entire time, but I couldn't help it. I had to Google did she sue her, and she did sue her. So that was pretty great. Johnny Depp, some of his movies are hit or miss for me. Overall, I thought that the movie. The pacing was a little slow. It felt quite long to me at times. But since it was such a different movie, I would have to say that the different stuff that came up during the movie, he was persistent. I did enjoy his character not backing down and kind of giving up, because some of those tropes where there's a character that's defeated and the whole point of the movie is I think of him coming back, right, and having a redemption.
Well, there are some moments where he didn't feel like he feel depressed or whatever.
30 seconds.
Yeah, but then he'll just something would happen, and he's an opportunist. Whether he's getting money from a Baptist church and making promises that we're gonna make the film you guys want, and he compromises a lot to get the film done, and it's weird because you could find these films, like Glenn or Glenda, and he did kind of put. I think he really thought that what he was making was great, and I think Johnny Depp kind of shows that when he's just always kind of repeating the lines while the actors are, saying the lines that he wrote for the script. It was like he was really into it.
There was the cast was interesting too. So characters if you remember, if anybody here is a big Marvel fan, they got Kingpin that's in there playing Orwell. So that was pretty cool as well.
No, wasn't he playing the? No. Kingpin was the bald guy, right? The one Thor. Lobo, or the one who was playing the monster?
No. In the bar, remember when he was all
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
At first, because of his voice, I thought it was the voice actor from Pinky and the Brain, but I had to Google that one. That's what I'm saying. This movie gets you Googling stuff, okay? I needed answers.
But I thought it was a good movie. I thought the performance, if anything, by Martin Landau was really great. I mean... and it's sad because he's a junkie, and you see this depiction of Bela Lugosi. It seems like the movie was more about a love letter to him. Like Tim Burton was really into this guy and kind of made this film regarding, because at the end he kind of honors him in the film.
Right, and there's not a clear-cut kind of emotion throughout this movie. There's some humorous parts, I think, and then there's some serious, depressing portions, especially when you see his track marks, and then you think about how there's a scene where he's in rehab, and there's the press is, detox, and all the press is there, right? And Ed Wood is trying to kind of protect his honor. And he's like, why are you shooing them off for? There's no such thing as bad publicity. And there's other things that we even talked about, right? Sayings such as they chew you up and they spit you back out, right? It's a lot of classic type of lines that when you think of Hollywood.
Yeah, because his funeral nobody was there, It was, I mean, his friends. I mean, he died like he didn't die alone, you know, Bela Lugosi, but, because there's, if, you know, with the goth rock band Bauhaus, they have the song Bela Lugosi's Dead. And throughout the whole film, everyone's like, you know, Ed Wood is like, it's going to star Bela Lugosi. They're like, isn't he dead? You know, it's, you know, because he's kind of been washed up and, you know, and he still has faith in him, you know, and, you know, he just, the fact that he's in this film and everything, you know, and he seems like he was just a good guy who likes films, you know what I mean? He really, even though you know, he's famous now for being the worst filmmaker.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it though.
He made it happen, like, regardless. Like, a lot of people, I think, would have given up, but his persistence came through. Whenever an opportunity presented itself, he was going to say whatever bullshit he could to try to get that money
the
to
film done, you know. But, you know, at the end, though, I guess he did kind of, you know, threw in the towel and just fell into alcoholism. But, you know, I just said in the end. But, you know, I thought it was a cool, different way of doing a film about you know, people's lives. You know, you don't see kind of autobiography kind of films like this, the way it's shot and the way, like the fact that Tim made it black and white, and just the cinematography also, especially with showing Bela Lugosi like he is death walking,
and they're
being a junkie,
right,
and everything.
And there are movies where I might want to do some research, but it's not that often. But this movie, there's multiple scenes that I've already mentioned a few of them, right? There's the one with the octopus.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to look at the one with the octopus because Ed's talking about when they they're breaking in to get some equipment because they don't have any of the funds to make their movie.
They're breaking into the studios to get
an octopus.
Yeah,
but
like
they forget
prop room and the props and stuff.
Right, and they forget the motor to control the legs. So yeah, Bela Lugosi, he asked for some whiskey before the scene. He just shot up before that, and it's crazy when you think about it. Like it just adds to the moment and adds to that kind of scene. And he's just rolling around, and you can YouTube it yourself and see the original scene. He's just screaming and rolling around with those those fake
but he's
tentacles.
a good actor, right? I guess, you know. But yeah, that was really cool to see that, and like how these, you know, all this stuff really happened. I guess the only thing, which is a dream sequence or something, is Orson Welles talking to him and to give him kind of like a fighting spirit just to keep it going, because for your vision to finish the film, and you know, that's all that matters. And yeah, I would give this movie, I'd say 4.25. He was really
out of 5?
Out of 5. I thought it was really good. I mean, as far as Johnny Depp is, the whole cross-dressing thing, and you know, I mean, he finds, you know, I think the characters are played kind of two-dimensional. You know, they seem, because it's the time in the 50s, it's sort of like they're acting still like it's it's weird. It's kind of abstract, you know. As far as like he's just being a cross-dresser, and there's also these other transvestites in that one scene when he was doing Glenda, and she's just like Patricia Arquette, or I think it was her, or Sarah Jessica Parker was like, how could you just walk around like that? You know what I mean?
Sarah Jessica Parker's character.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was just because it was dealing with things that were very taboo, and the way they in those times, and so
Bill Murray, just imagining his character back in the 50s,
transy. I mean, wanted to be
sex change.
He wanted to be a transgender kind of thing, right? He wanted to, So it's and it's just weird for that time for, you know, these types of issues or things that they're covering. It's just, it was just, I thought the way he made that voice for this guy was kind of interesting, his character.
So for me, out of 5, if I was looking at it in terms of the movie's purpose in my mind, kind of like how you said, was like a love letter to
Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi, but also I think to Ed Wood and his persistence and like his quirkiness and like the type of movies that came out because, like I said, the founder of B-rated movies. And you know what? B-rated movies are not known for being very good, but what do you watch when you're having a pizza party or you're high or you're drunk or
They're remember, cool.
Yeah, I've seen so many B-rated
movies. It's
like,
don't take anything kind of serious, you know?
It's just fun.
Yeah. And just because of Martin Landau's performance was great. I thought he played Bela Lugosi good.
Out of 5, I'd give it like a 3 point... We'll give it a 3.3 only because it's not a movie I could see myself rewatching. Because the pacing is fairly slow and... Yeah, just it doesn't. It's not one of those. It's like cool to show somebody, like if they want to learn some stuff, but it's not. That's the only reason I give it a little bit lower because I can't see myself wanting to rewatch it. I think that's fair.
Okay, but that doesn't. I mean, wanting to see something again, or if the film is good, you know what I mean. I mean, there's some great films that are just really long, you know, and do you want to watch it all the time? No. But later on, I mean, I've seen that film a long, long time ago. I forgot about it. But when I watched it tonight, it seemed like it was brand new. It seemed like, you know, there was a lot of things that I didn't notice the last time I watched it. But
I guess I really wouldn't want to rewatch it. Because, like, there were parts where I thought, like, it really, like I said, I appreciate it. And I feel like I learned a lot from it. But I also felt like I was more curious about Googling things about it rather than like I didn't purely I guess I didn't purely enjoy it in that way. I found it more informational, and that's why when I think about giving movies higher ratings, I want to like enjoy the movie. I thought there was a lot of cool stuff in there that I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But in terms of like actually like feeling emotions and like, you know, oh man, like this.
See, I thought the characters between Johnny Depp and Bela Lugosi, Ed Wood, and I thought their relationship was really good. I thought it was just like you knew he died and everything, and you know there was something that was a good emotional kind of relationship, invested relationship with those two. I thought that really worked well, and so I thought in general like the whole cast was good. I didn't think there was anybody in there that you know was horrible. You know, I think this was one of, as far as Tim Burton goes, I think I like this one and Mars Attacks, you know, as some of his best films.
When you think about it, Mars Attacks, like it's a solid movie, but it kind of has like a B-rated premise. Right. But that's nonstop entertainment for me.
Well, but like, I think that because Mars Attacks seems like that's Tim being angry at like hating everybody, and he just like these creatures just come down and kills everybody.
That's a movie for another day.
Yeah, I like that one, and I like Ed Wood. I thought this one was a totally different kind of film that he made, and the way seems like there's a lot of thought involved in this. Mm-hmm. You know, just everything, and the casting was great with Martin Landau. So that is my thoughts on the film. I thought it was really good. So.
Yeah, if you want to learn about some of these individuals throughout history, I personally, it kind of opened a bit of Pandora's box for me.
But even if you didn't know any of these things, like say if I just let you watch this movie and didn't know anything, I think
if I didn't care about like you know the Misfits, or I didn't care about like horror related stuff or like B-rated movies, if that wasn't my thing, then I probably wouldn't care for the movie at all.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think since I have some interest to intertwine with the movie, that's what kind of kept me engaged. But if I didn't have interest intertwined with it, I just would have thought like,
I just think it was because there's just I like unique films like this, and I think this was when Tim Burton was really good when he was first coming up with films. But I mean, there's like a lot of shitty films that's just being made now, and I think with something like this, it's a classic.
Yeah, and 3.3 out of 5 is not bad. I feel like if you're doing anything over 4, like that.
Well, it's like a 4
an
point.
Amazing movie.
I think it was great. I thought it was a really good movie as far as Tim Burton is one of his best. I mean, just the acting and everything was good. Okay. So
we can't always be 100% on the same page.
So
discussion.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
You leave a comment below if you've seen this film. Am I fucking crazy? Like, yeah, that movie really sucked. Just leave a comment below, or is it something not worth, like he said, not worth seeing again? I mean, like I said, it's not something I would see all the time, but if it was on, there were some great moments in the film. So there you go.
All right,
you guys.
Adios. I hope you all had a happy Halloween.
Yeah. Okay, have a good one. We'll see you next time.